Guys, welcome to the Man United Agenda. We are here to cover this defeat, and it was a horrible defeat to West Ham. Welcome to the Man United Agenda. Yes, that's 2 defeats in a row now. Something that hasn't really happened much, has it, this season? Colin, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. How are you?
Not good. I'm not good. For the first time, I'm not really positive today. I'm really disappointed with the result, with the performance. And there's no zap. There's no energy out there. There's no desire. I didn't see that today. And we're going to go into this right now, man. Do you want to say hi to Emma? And she's saying that was terrible. I agree with you, Emma. That was not very good. Big up to Solo. Saw you today, Solo. Played really well. Right back when we had a little game today. He's saying top 4 is out of the question if we keep playing this way. It's like all the players are on holiday. And big up to Bill Badger as well. How you doing, Bill? He said, what a truckload of crap that was. Anyway, even, lads. Even to you. All right. How's your day, Colin? Were you doing anything? Was it sunny up north?
Yeah. It's been quite sunny today. Went for a nice little walk. Had some nice food. I was like, you know what? Let's watch Man United play. I wish I didn't bother.
All right. What do you think about the starting lineup? Because he's gone with De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Shaw, and Malacia. Malacia came in defence. We've been playing Dallo there a lot at left back recently. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the back line there, you're against a West Ham side that are fighting for the lives. You think you should be that starting defence lineup there should be more than enough capable, to put in a shift and hopefully get another clean sheet.
We had Casemiro and Eriksen in midfield. Eriksen didn't play the last game, but he was back in there today. Weghorst, interesting selection. Bruno, Anthony, and Rashford. How do you see with Weghorst? What does he bring us? I mean, what does he offer? What position does he play? I'm getting confused now.
Well, he's supposed to be our striker, isn't he? But he's dropping a bit deeper, and I'm not sure what his role was today. If I'm going to be honest with you, because everything seemed to have passed him by today.
Yeah, most certainly. So I was looking and saying, well, where's he playing? How does this work out? They've rotated, they shifted. I thought it was a temporary thing, but it seems like they're asking him to do this. And what really annoys me when you see the guy, we'll talk about performance now later, but you can't have a big guy like that. You want to see him at the end of things, not sort of bringing the ball out and trying to keep his head up and run with the ball and drive and pop it off. I don't think he's got that in his locker as well as other players in the team, Good evening, Matthew Bassett. He said, big up everyone in the chat and show. I want to say hi to Bath Time with Vaughan. How you doing, Bath Time? He's saying, should be thinking of moving Shaw to left back and putting Maguire back in the team. That is a good question. We can tackle that one today. Bill Badger saying, all these games making it easier for Ten Hag to drop the axe on certain players' contracts. Interesting stuff. We will discuss that. Remember that one, those two, if you don't mind, Colin. The Maguire and the left back with Shaw, and also this one about people not doing themselves justice here. Can we all get Mr. B a 1-year contract after he scored a goal today? Guys, if you haven't seen the previous video, I just want to look. I've never played football with Mr. B before, or his brother, and we had a game today, and Mr. B was fantastic. The running power of this man and the goal he scored was outstanding. And I'm going to say it with chest. He's still out there now celebrating. I came home because we lost, but Mr. B, what a player! What a player! I give him maximum respect. We lost the game, but Mr. B was just like a winner for me in everything he did. Driving forward, playing wide, so much energy. I just don't know how he does it at his age. Matthew Bassett saying good evening to everyone. Hell yeah, all the love going around. Zoe Media House saying last 2 games, the team put everything in the first 30 minutes to be fair and should have been 4-0 up. As the game grows, we regress. Defensive negative play. I spoke about Ten Hag playing negatively. And how was the game today, Solo? We'll talk about that at the end, but the game, we'll talk about the game later. But you haven't checked it out. There's other videos that we did pre-match and post-match about playing COP TV today, which is out in the sunshine on a nice big 3G pitch. It was outstanding. And Casper played as well in goal. He was really good. Anyway, let's talk about performance. How do you think? what's it? Emma was saying here about the start, or Zoe Media House was saying here about the first half. And last two games we should have been 4-0 up with a chance to be created. Do you think we played well in the first half today? Because my notes are quite limited. I've just got like the goal that we conceded really after 36 minutes. But what was your take on the first half for Man United?
Yeah, I mean, we've hit post twice, and then I'm really struggling to even think about any other chances we really had. I mean, there's clearly something wrong. We seem to hit something after about 35 minutes where the team just drops. Like, it looked like for a while we were playing, third, fourth gear. And as soon as it hit that certain time, about 35, 36 minutes, and after that first goal went in for West Ham as well, it seemed like the whole team had dropped down to first gear and weren't interested after that.
Your goalkeeper coach, Colin, so it's good to have you on the channel for this show and after this game. Can any way you can make excuse for De Gea there? Anyway,
no, none at all. De Gea should be saving that with his eyes closed, one hand behind his back, and his foot chained to the position on the floor somewhere. Absolutely pathetic piece of goalkeeping from De Gea.
Well, you said it without swearing, but that was brutal. I just want to say this. I think he was running back. He was, as I saw the replay, he was jogging backwards to get back into position. He still had time to set himself. Then he even looked to see, was there a bobble or something like that? I just like, come on, man.
No.
Come on.
That's what I mean. They were saying, obviously, he might have slipped, his foot might have slipped. But even if his foot slipped, you saw how much of his hand he actually got to that ball.
Yeah.
That should not be going in.
And for me, it's disappointing because, all right, naturally we still had time to get into the game, but I didn't rate West Ham to say they're outstanding or anything like that. They didn't open us up completely. Just as you see, they scored 3 set pieces a couple of weeks ago from corners, and that was their threat. And you think, okay, they haven't really got anyone electric to get beyond us. But to give a goal like that away, from that, I just thought to myself, we ain't getting back in this game, even though we had still had time. But De Gea, dropping back, he was jogging backwards to his position. He set himself. The ball's come, and it sort of trickled. You remember TAB? Was it TRB or something's name? Is the goalkeeper who let the ball go under his thing?
Yeah.
TRB, was his name TRB or something like that? I can't remember. It's a long time ago. But it's like that. It's getting ridiculous. I mean, I can't forgive. And you said it's pathetic. I'm going to use words like "brah," as if that's what I'm saying. BRUUH. Bruh, what are you doing? And I could see they'd done a close-up of him, and I was thinking, what's going through his head right now? When I saw the manager didn't even react on the touchline. And you can see Rashford like, flipping, no, if you can read it, not again. It's sort of like that. We despair. I mean, what do you think his teammates are thinking about that, Colin?
Oh, well, if his teammates were anything like the teammates I've had in the past, and I've got a howl like that, then I wouldn't want to be in his shoes at all. But, I said it in the chat not so long ago, and I think I surprised everybody, when we were saying that David De Gea's faults, his little cracks are turning into the size of the Grand Canyon. Today is a perfect evidence in what I was saying.
On Brighton news, I met Ed Mayhem today. He came down all the way from Birmingham for the football match. That was Man United Agenda versus Cop Talks TV. Played in midfield, central, and a bit wide. He said disappointed with the result. Didn't catch the game, so relied on you folks. It was a poor game. We're just going to run through this. We're not going to be going into too much detail because there's not much to talk about apart from De Gea's messed up. That's when we were doing the show, before the show, we put a headline out to sort of capture people. And I put De Gea blunder leads to defeat. And that's all I can say. I would have added pathetic if I was brainstorming with you. Yeah, it is pathetic. Let's go for some comments here. Matthew saying, no, everyone knows we call Matthew Kebab Man because he's especially on Friday Night Takeaway, he likes to talk about foods. As Zoe's saying here, we had a great season, won a trophy, but we have to admit we have had a lot of losses in competitions. Is it your birthday, Matt? Happy birthday. If that's your birthday, Matt, happy birthday from all of us, the Man United Agenda. Yes, he did play or pay. If you're asking about Ed Mayhem played in midfield today, played good, put himself about. Zoe Media House is saying here, do you think the takeover and talks of overhaul is affecting the team? I'm going to answer that. I'm going to say no. No way. I don't think so, because I don't think that should ever affect the team. You go out there, the manager just puts you out there, gets you motivated. What's happening outside the club shouldn't distract you. You're still getting paid big money. Nothing's going to... It's not... If it was a case of, boy, we haven't been paid our wages for the last 6 months, like some clubs have, then you could think, oh my God, I can't feed my family. I'm not fit. I'm distracted. Then you can say that. But when it's like this sort of level, those things should never come into it. What do you think, Colin?
No, I agree 100%. You know, if they're letting off-field things like the sale of Manchester United get into their head, then stay at home, because you shouldn't be letting that happen. You know, you should be focusing on the football that's happening on the pitch, not what's happening behind the scenes.
Most certainly. Big up to Bill Badger, obviously. Bargav, how you doing, Bargav? Bargav was over recently, and unfortunately, Bargav, I missed the opportunity to meet up with you. I get so busy at the weekends, and we're supposed to go out for dinner, but it just didn't happen. But Bargav, hope you're doing well, bro. I don't know where you are in the world right now. I know you're doing a world tour, seeing everybody. But big up, man. Safe travels, and thank you. Big up. What a game he's saying there. Here's Bath time's always fair with his opinion. He's saying De Gea's error was terrible, but we shouldn't gloss over an absolutely farce of a performance. So true. We talk about performance now. It's rubbish. By the way, Man, we're talking about the game today, the other game that we lost, Man United Agenda. We were 2-0 up and lost 3-2. The ref was a Liverpool fan. She gave soft penalty against us to make it 2-1. Yeah, we had 2 penalties against us in 35 minutes. That's how bad it was against COP TV. Sounds like a fitness issue. Make them run more. Yeah, probably. I was strolling out there. Watching the goal, we had 3 defenders around the players, but no one put a challenge in. That's disappointing. All right, let's go back to the goal column. I think Luke Shaw kind of gave the ball away slightly, but it still didn't seem like there was any danger.
No, it really didn't, you know. I mean, first of all, if we're going to go on to it a little bit more, you know, defenders need to be more switched on. They need to get rid of these dangerous balls, you know. Don't be losing the ball in the positions that you are, because it's always a danger. No matter if it doesn't look like there's a danger, there's going to be some sort of danger. But yeah, he loses the ball, and he is right. There's 3 defenders there. You know, they should be sticking a foot in, you know, at least. But I mean, as bad as what they were, it baffles me as a goalkeeper coach. It baffles me how De Gea's fumbled that so badly. It really, really does.
Jackie's backing her up because Jackie really likes De Gea. How you doing, Jackie? She's saying De Gea made an error, which was 5 seconds of a 90-minute plus game. What happens with the rest of the team? It's true. We should be able to come back into it, at least have a lot more clear-cut chances, which we didn't really create. Jackie, by the way, we had a game today against Cop Talk TV. I was up against Tabrice, the wonderful Tabrice from Amateur Football. He was fantastic. He's a unit. I'll tell you that now. I was trying to wrestle with him, and I thought, well, he's like a brick wall. Tabrice. So big up to Tabrice if he's watching. Great defender, and I did win a couple of duels with him, but he was just strolling out there. After a few minutes, everyone realised don't go near him. He's too big and strong. Tyrone Williams, how you doing? It's a good evening, guys. These players have upset me twice in a week. David De Gea's mistake was unforgivable tonight. Who's going to cost us in the next game? There you go. Realist Cavs, how you doing, man? That's it for De Gea, he's saying. And Man United don't deserve Champions League football. That's what we're all starting to think now. It's not good enough. Casemiro looked like Fatamiro, says Bill Batcher. He's lacking energy in our midfield. He was watching the game go by. Bath time saying we should have conceded a pen from Lindros one. Handball, was that handball for you, Colin?
Yeah, 100% a handball. You know, the way that it's come in, you know, you see when he's moved his body, he's moved his arm as well towards the ball. It were a stone cold penalty for me.
Yeah. It could easily be given. I mean, it's hard these days. Anything in the box, they're sort of scrutinising really. And if you really do scrutinise that, it kind of could be handball. You just put, you got to control it. You look like panicked a bit, and his hands come up all over the place. Zoe's saying here, if we include Weghorst, we play 4 midfielders. I don't understand his tactic. I've gone off Weghorst now. I think he should be playing up top just to get the best out of him. I don't like seeing him playing deep. Lindelof should be forcing the shooter onto his weakest foot. This for the goal. Even before that happens, too slow getting out to the attacker, far too sluggish. Doesn't excuse the error, though. Robbie Norman, how you doing away from Ireland? What's going on, lads? Just throwing it away. Spinus out there tonight. Bath time saying we haven't scored in 4 of our last 6 games. Wow. Matthew Bassett saying we need to bounce back next game. Tyron saying spot on. United were fortunate tonight, but none of them wanted to score. Martial missed 2 big chances. Yeah, we're going to come on to that. OMONDI, I'm sure you were more of a match for Tabrice. Actually, first couple of we had a header, and I went out to feel him, because you want to feel your Tabrice. It's all. I love Tabrice. He's such a lovely guy. But my strength is I'm big and strong too. So I got in front of him and I got the header and flick on, just went over the bar. But I thought, okay, all right. But then where I realised it's a tough battle. He's going to be stronger than you because he's like a brick wall. I'm taller. But he's a good defender. I'll give him that. He wins his headers. He's solid. He's scary in a way, but he's such a nice guy. And no one really took him on or beat him. The goals we scored were nothing to do with Tabrice. He's a great player. And by the way, he came back from Manchester today just to play for the game. Barthelme said, I thought Martial looked like the only guy who could have done something good. But let's talk about 2 chances because he had 2 great chances to score. This is what I'm saying about being clinical, Colin. 2 great chances. One that led to a corner where he missed his header. What's going on there, man? Are we blaming him, or do you think he needs to be more clinical in those situations?
Yeah, well, he's a striker at the end of the day. That's what he's there. He's there to put the ball in the back of the net, and he hasn't done it. He does need to be more clinical, but I'm not just going to blame him. Anthony has to be more clinical. Yeah. Rashford has to be more clinical. Bruno has to be more clinical. It runs throughout the whole team. So I'm not just going to put it all down on Martial because, if Anthony put his chance away and Rashford put his chance away, it was 2-1. Yeah. So we wouldn't have been as upset because Martial hasn't put his chances away.
Colin, you're a stat man. I heard something on the program I was watching talking about we're up there with creating chances but not scoring goals. Is that equates as we do make or create opportunities, but we're not clearly not finishing our dinner?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know the stat numbers off by heart. I can find them out, and I will stick them in the next time you go live. So probably tomorrow, I'll stick them in the chat unless somebody else does it for me. But it's a very valid point, and the stats will be there to prove it. 100%. We make chances, we just don't finish our dinner.
I just think that the chance with Martial, brilliantly, he created that himself. Dribble, touch, popped it into feet, got the return. This is in the box, in tight areas. And then when he had the chance to shoot, I think he should go across the keeper. And he didn't. He went sort of near post. Or maybe that's the best he could perform from that situation. But I just think he done so well. I was like, oh, yes, come on. Lovely move. And then it just disappointed. I just think a real guy would just lace it in through the keeper's legs or something, or just play it across the keeper, and then someone pick up the piece at the back post. And then the corner comes in, and it's swinged over, and he's right in front of goal. And for some reason, instead of hitting it into goal, he flicks it, and it goes wide. What is going on? He's never been a header. You called him a striker earlier. He's not. For me, he's just still a winger being converted, because a striker will flipping head all day and score that goal.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's a converted winger. Yeah, I do get that. And as you were saying about, obviously, his first chance where he should have put it across the keeper, 100%. The amount of times that when I've been playing in football and whatnot, and a player's come into the same position as what Martial was, and he's hit it low and hard back across, it makes it so much more difficult to get to. And I'm not ashamed, I'll say it. I conceded a lot of goals because they've done that. Obviously, you've got to reposition yourself. All your body weight's in one place because you're expecting him to go to that front post. And when he drives it hard and low, it's really hard to get down.
Big, real talk there. Ten Hag's obsession with Weghorst will cost United this season, says Tyrone. Should be using Rashford up top and Sancho and either side. Still too many weaknesses in this team. Shocked if we get top 4. There's a huge difference in quality of the hold-up play between Rashford and Martial and Weghorst. I think we get the best out of Rashford with Shaw at left back. We touch on that in a minute. It's plausible that the mental fatigue is kicking in, says Matthew. In the squad, they've played a lot more games than any other team in the league, and it's paper-thin squad. Tyron saying here, I can't enjoy a bank holiday after this. The club is killing me. I think this is the last. I think I said this last game, said Zoe. We need to sign a proper number 10. I love Bruno, and he has played brilliantly, but his best position is deeper. If Shaw goes back to left back, who comes central defence? It's evident that Eric Ten Hag doesn't trust Harry Maguire. Could I just say, yeah, Bath Time said earlier we should be playing Shaw left back and Harry Maguire at centre back. Is there an argument for that now?
I think there is now. To be honest with you, let's look at the facts. Luke Shaw cost us the game against Brighton with that ridiculous handball. Lindelof has been playing really, really well, but what did he really do today? He wasn't really, the Lindelof that has been playing recently. I think it is fatigue. Harry Maguire's going to be fit, so rotation, get him back in the squad, give him some game time, and hopefully he can help us secure this top 4 position.
I'd love to see that as a parting note when he leaves the club, that he secures us top 4 somehow. Come on, Harry, over to you. I'll have Maguire in with short left back, says Bath Time. We just touched on that. James Maddison should be on number 10. Zoe's talking about number 10's back up for Bruno, or even replacement for Bruno. Bruno's drop deeper. What a performance from Harry during the national anthem. I didn't see that. I'm sure he's blurting it out. Bill Badger saying, I've got a theory. I think all the away teams have cameras or mics in the away changing room. Come on, man, says Bill Badger to Tyrone. Don't let this club we follow get you down. Enjoy your time. Forget about this game. We move on. Bartha saying between Paquet, I'm messing up his name, Lucas Paqueta, sorry, Antonio, and whoever that is. And above all, Rice, they all look like they could walk into our team. I like Rice. He was brilliant today. The others, yeah, quite possibly at the moment. Eric's been found out, says Matthew Bassett, with the current squad. The opposition know what they're doing and there's no plan B. And I don't trust Harry Maguire, says Zoe Media House. All right, we're not going to talk. I don't want to spend too much time on this one, Colin. Just tell me who, because it was asked earlier in the comments about people not looking like they want a contract out here. Who today could walk off the pitch with a bit of pride?
I think Wan-Bissaka. I think he can.
Why?
He just seemed to have that little bit more grit than a lot of the other players that were out there, Obviously, he had that big head collision as well in the second half. And so he made a few decent tackles, so I think he can. And probably Martial, when he came on. I didn't really see much from anybody else.
Okay, well, there you go. So player ratings basically mean Wan-Bissaka done all right, tried his best, but the rest were really pony today. And that's from Colin and me as well. I do agree. I'm not going to go into details, but we've discussed the game. I think it's all been said. I don't think he deserves to be up starting next season. I think today what the manager saw, if we could have seen this close up, I think in his head or read his mind, he would have said, that's it. I've given this guy enough chances. I don't want to see it anymore. Wan-Bissaka got caught under a high ball in the first half. Looked like rank amateur, says Bath Time. I thought Weghorst should have stayed on, says Bill Badger. Interesting that. I started by saying I'm disappointed with Weghorst. I liked him when he first come. He needs to be linking up higher at the pitch and being on the last man and be stronger and holding things up. But it doesn't. He seems to be dropping deeper in the positions that I don't think he's familiar with. What do you think of Weghorst? Do you think he should have stayed on today, Colin?
No, I think I said it. At the beginning of that show, it might have been just before we came on. It seemed like all the play passed him today. He was trying to get involved and he wasn't really managing to do it. He had a couple of spells, where he was decent. He had a decent shot as well just before he came off. But apart from that, what did he really contribute?
Nothing, in my opinion. And I don't want to be brutal, but yeah, absolutely nothing. If Neymar leaves PSG, we should look at that as well, says the Media House. Whereas Palestri, says Sepetius, he made a goal every time he's come on. Yes, I haven't seen him for ages, but he probably deserves a look in at the moment, the way things are going. And welcome to the channel, bro. Weghorst did well, did keep the ball well in the first half, stopped another De Gea error playing out from the back, and Anthony annoys me more than him at the moment, says Bath Time with Vaughan. All right, we're done. What's next for Man United? Is this top 4 in jeopardy? Colin, talk to me. And I know we've got 3 home games. I don't want to be playing away anytime soon because we've got Bournemouth as the last away game of the season, I think, or something like that. But yeah, how's it looking now? Because Liverpool are putting pressure on. Are we going to be Bottle Job FC this season?
See, I think Liverpool can only get, 72 points. I think they can get. I still think top four is well in our hands, but we have to win our next three. We have to get 9 points because
Right.
that puts us up to 71. So obviously we've got games at home. We play well at home. We can win games at home. It's our away form. It's absolutely shocking. We need to make sure we win every home game now and try and get a win away from home because then that'll secure us top four.
Bill Badger is saying here, barring players brought this season, De Gea, Sancho, Weghorst and Martial should be sold or moved on somehow. Ronaldo was holding us back due to his lack of pace. So it baffles me why Ten Hag thought Weghorst would be a good loan. Robbie saying here, keeping the ball well, not good enough bath time for United forward. That means, talking about Weghorst, keeping the balls, that's not good enough as an attribute, as only an attribute from Man United forward. We need to invest 100 million in some medical treatment to get McTominay and Martinez fit for the cup final. Oh, God, that'd be a miracle. And finally, Bill's, this is Tyrone to Bill saying, I agree with you. I would let them all go, especially Sancho. Looks poor, offers nothing as a sub. I like Sancho. I want to keep him. Big up to Jeff. How you doing? Just got back and watched the match in fast forward. We look tired. No confidence in scoring. Yeah, that sums it up, really. All right, so who we got next, Colin? What's the fixtures looking like? Do you know? Can we just run it by just to see if we go gulp? Because we're starting to realise that this is worrying times right now.
So we've got Wolves next at home.
Okay.
Yeah, Wolves next at home. What day is that on? I think that's next Saturday.
Okay.
Bournemouth away, which will be a decent game. Then Chelsea at home.
Yep.
And then Fulham at home.
Tough games. I think we can beat Wolves, Chelsea and Fulham at home. I remember Fulham in the cup. That was pretty tough. Chelsea on maybe stepping up now, even though we haven't got much to play for. Well, tough games. Can we give Eric Ten Hag a rating? Do you want to go for that?
I don't want to be too mean, but I think I'll give him an average 5 today.
I thought Eric Ten Hag must be frustrated. That's how he must be feeling right now. I don't think I'm going to give him a 5 as well because I don't think he should have played Weghorst today. I know you got to rotate, maybe play him and then drop in at half time. Weghorst gave us nothing. If you're going to play him, keep him up top and let everyone else bounce off him because if you're dropping him deeper, I don't see the point of that because he ain't got the ball ability. He's not getting on the ball and popping it and playing nice through balls. I know he tried to play a ball today when he's driving forward. And it's just going in straight lines. It's like trying to play his ball forward, and it's got cut out quite easy. You can read it like a book. I just don't get him on the end of things. You know, this would give him that's what a target man's supposed to be, and that's what I want to see him playing. I don't want to see him playing deeper and being his sort of creative force, which he isn't. So Ten Hag, I think he gets minus points for that for playing him. Not just playing him, but playing him in the wrong position, in my opinion. Just my opinion. I'm not Ten Hag. I love him. He knows more than me. But and also, I just think Ten Hag needs to have some time now to really sort of look at his squad and say, right, what do I need to do? What, as a man manager, as it was said earlier, what about Pelestri? How do I keep him? Why don't I bring him in, start him for a game? It won't be putting pressure on him. It could be like a genius move, a eureka moment. Put him in, not to kill him because we're under pressure. Every game's pressure in the Premiership. Do you understand what I'm saying? We need wins. The teams we'll be coming up against are saying, right, they're going to play sort of this sort of roughly team. No one will be expecting someone like Pelestri. You've got Garnacho maybe coming back. He done a nice little video with Garnacho the other day, the manager. Yeah. You've got to maybe start one of these guys just to mix it up a little bit and give them an opportunity to be great. Dare to be great. I think that's, and the Harry Maguire thing as well, maybe fleeing back in because you can't go the whole next few games playing the same Lindelof and Shaw all the time, even though it looks okay, it works, and this left foot thing. Come on. You might as well put Malacia at left foot at centre back because he's a left foot as well. You know, it's like, come on, man, just put Maguire and Lindelof back in there and play our best left back. I agree with Bath time there. So I'm scoring the manager a bit lowly today just because I'm irritated. Butland or quite literally any other member of the squad who probably has better skills. Big up George. How you doing? He's frustrated, not with the error. The fact that he continues not to sweep up when we pressed, when we pressed up, just to talk about De Gea. So there he goes, another thing, glued to his line. And when he wasn't, he sprinted back and let the ball go in. Jeff saying here, if we had a backup they trusted, he would be on the bench by half time. Only backup is Butland. And I think he's an emergency only, which is crazy. We'll say hi to Donovan Williams. He's saying this is not about De Gea, but we needed Ten Hag to not care about players' feelings. Bill Badger saying here, Heaton is still good enough, good at penalties anyway. Do you remember I was there last season when De Gea saved a penalty against Mark Noble. That was the last penalty I think he's ever saved. Donovan is saying it's not about De Gea. Oh, I just touched on that. Couple more here before we wind this up. But after I'm saying, yeah, but what does De Gea have to do for Eric Ten Hag to say, I can't take this anymore? Well, I think today we'll find out if he's. I don't think he can drop him, but I just think in his mind he knows this guy I can't rely on him. Zoe saying, do you think we have too many attacking wingers and not enough wingers? Colin, do you want to answer
that? Well, I think, once Garnacho's back fit, he brings something different, doesn't he? I know he likes to attack, but he's more of the winger that, than the attacking winger that is like Marcus Rashford is. I'm getting very, very frustrated with Anthony at the moment, even though I love Anthony. I think he's an amazing player. I'm getting frustrated with him so much. I think Palestra is probably a better option at the minute. Sancho's frustrating me so much as well. I don't even know what to do, because you need wingers that are going to attack. You do need that, but there just doesn't seem to be a balance at all in the team.
Just talking wingers, all right. I'm going to go to something more refreshing now. We played Cop Talk TV today. Talk about wingers. It was a mixed match of sides. We didn't know who each other were. There was half the people I didn't know, so we had to put a team together today. We played a 4 at the back. We played midfield with Ed Mayhem, my friend David, Mr. B, and another Brer, Russ, I think it was. And Mr. B played wide. He said, rather than me playing in the middle, let me play wide a bit. And then we played myself and another guy up front who's nippy and runs about. And Mr. B was brilliant today. Absolutely brilliant. You talk about wingers or just driving force or just inspired. He was so inspired, and his goal was magnificent. His goal, he scored against a former semi-pro keeper who's renowned. He used to play for Yeading. They played Newcastle in the FA Cup one time years ago. He's on Cop TV. Predi, or whatever his name is. I forget his name, but good goalkeeper. So the ball got played through to Mr. B, running like he had 4 lungs, got through, cut back onto his right foot, and slotted the ball from just inside the area past this good goalkeeper. And I was like, I was so tired trying to keep up with him. I couldn't even have the legs to go and celebrate with him. I was just like, Mr. B, fantastic. I was just like, Mr. B, and he was just running back. Mr. B's got energy, guys. Unbelievable energy. He gets up and down. He's got so much passion. And the joke was, he was saying, I'm all right going forward, but I'm like Forrest Gump. I just can't stop running. Once I start, he can't come back and defend because he goes for it. What a player Mr. B is. Pound for pound, man of the match for us today. We went 2-0 up against Cop TV today. Really good goals. The second goal was played down the wing, cut across the 6-yard box, and our striker came from out to in and slotted it home. And really good finish as well. And then they had good ball players. They were sort of playing good football. And then Errol was playing right back. The guy done 3 or 4 step overs on him, got himself into the box. We were saying, stand up. And Errol put a foot out, and the guy went over the foot. It was a penalty. And they went to take it, and they missed it. They tried some stupid 360 move to score the penalty, really taking a mickey. And Casper saved it. Casper was fantastic, by the way, in goal. We know Casper, he's a top referee. I called him early, coming on. He said, no, I'm still up there. He was up at the bar with all the other refs and everything. A big football day today. And they came back, got another penalty. My brother brought down a man, but just the guy went past him in the box slightly. My brother put his hand out, as you do, and the guy went down. I don't think it was a penalty, but it was given. They scored it this time around. And then the last kick of the game, when we were tired, they had rotating subs, rolling on, rolling off. They scored with a goal. They got through on goal. Shot, it just, in a crowded box, it just went under the keeper. Didn't go under the keeper, it just went through. Keeper was blindsided, it went in. So we lost the game on the last kick of the game. It was all friendly, but next time, guys, Ed Mayhem came all the way down from Birmingham today. Thank you, Ed Mayhem. Really appreciate you. And Casper's here. He's saying, Man, I feel gutted about the goals we conceded. Casper was fantastic, by the way. He's a great goalkeeper, and that's what we needed. Casper, if the team lost, this from Solo, it was a team that lost. We should have seen the game out. We should have. My thing is this. I'm old, yeah. Charity game at Wednesday is saying, yeah, I'm old, but I can play simple football. When we're 2-0 up, I'm saying to the guys, slow it down. We're making, me, my brother, and the fullback, we're making triangles, pop, pop, pop. They couldn't get near us. They were blowing. Every time they got near me, bam, I was just creating angles, pop, 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 playing simple football. And these guys, no, let's get it forward. Let's get it forward. And then we go forward and we're giving the ball away. And say, why just keep the ball in-game management? You know, it's pathetic, some of the things. It's like, why you got the mind to get forward? For what? We're 2-0 up. Relax. Let's pass. Let them burn themselves out. We're playing triangles like that. It's so easy. And we're just bouncing around, and I'm comfortable on the ball, and, you know, playing the way I'm pacing, popping it off like that. And I thought it was easy. But then some of the guys just running forward, leaving midfield completely void. And then every time they started playing, and the pressure got more and more and more. Anyway, that's how it goes, man. Guys, unfortunately, it wasn't recorded, but you have to trust me. Next time you see Mr. B, guys, forget the broccoli jokes. Because maybe it's broccoli made him stronger, and he's got lungs now. But he was brilliant today, and the goal he scored was outstanding. I'm going to leave it there. Casper's saying here quickly, just got home for the last 20 minutes, and it was meant to leave Raiders Lane at 4. But there, yeah, there you go. It's such a good vibe down there. He stayed till 7:30 and chilled with his referee mates. And we've got last one here. Bill Badger said, I do believe he would be the first black goalkeeper. He would generate cash off the pitch as well as being brilliant on it. Plus, we would see a cheeky free backup goalkeeper. Who's the black goalkeeper? Casper's white. Once again, we're relying on teenagers to reignite our season. And anyway, yeah, okay. Next month is another match at Cranford Community College. So remember that, guys. You want to come play for Man United Agenda, have a kickabout and a good day out, because Casper's just getting back now. Are you interested, Colin, in coming down for the day?
Yeah, I mean, if I can manage to get it down for the day, 100%. I was going to come down today, and then I've got a very important game tomorrow. My manager has turned around and said to me, if I play and get injured, he will kill me. It's the final. It's the final game of the season tomorrow for the
what's
league.
Important in it? Is there anything to play for?
Yeah. So basically, if we win or draw, we get promoted up into the next league.
Guys,
guys,
can we please wish Colin's team all the best for tomorrow? Let us know, Colin. Give me a text and let me know how it gets on. You get on.
Will do.
Okay. Sorry, you talked about Anana, the black goalkeeper. He's a modern goalkeeper. Did he get banned at Ajax? Was it for drugs? Was it
something like that? Yeah.
Yeah. But he's redeemed himself. He's playing well again. So he's the rage right now. Everyone wants to get him. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot. Colin, thank you again. What have you got on this week apart from big football match tomorrow? You got what's on FTSN?
We've got a lot of things coming up on FTSN. We've got the Premier League Drop Zone show tomorrow, about 7:30. Then on Tuesday, it's the Football Lounge that's returning. Wednesday, we have the comedy show that everyone likes. And obviously, we've got loads of watch-alongs happening as well, because it's Champions League football week as well.
Good stuff. There's enough football still to come, guys. We hate the summer. I love the summer, but one reason I hate it is because there's no Premiership football. We miss it. But yeah, enjoy it while it's still here, and hopefully we get top 4, guys. Everyone in the comments, thanks for tuning in. Colin, thanks for joining me tonight, because Mr. B and Casper stayed at the football match, drinking and having jokes, and we're coming back and working. But never mind. Big up everyone in the comments. We'll see you next week. And we will be sort of talking about what's to come with Man United and how we can fix our problems. But for now, good night. Bye-bye.